Welcome back, everybody. This is lesson 20, and this one is going to be a little bit different. I'm calling this one the particle roundup, aka a bunch of particles that I couldn't find an organic way to introduce but think are important. So we are going to be learning a bunch of different particles that we haven't covered yet, but that I think are useful for everyday Japanese speech. So first up, we have the particle ne. Now this particle can be put at the end of a sentence to check for agreement. It has a similar meaning to ending a sentence with isn't it or don't you think? So if I said Tomoko-san wa kakkoi desu ne, that would mean Tomoko is cool, isn't she? Next, we have the particle yo. This particle can end a sentence to add emphasis to the sentence. So, if I said, Kamino sensei wa ijiwaru desu yo, that would mean Professor Kamino is mean, but with emphasis. Next, we have the particle kara. This particle can have a similar meaning to the English word from. So, if we were to say, Anata wa doko kara kimashita ka? That would mean, where did you come from? And yes, I know that technically you're not supposed to end a sentence with a preposition like from, but I couldn't think of a more natural sounding way to phrase this sentence. If we said, Raishu kara watashi wa kokousei desu, that would mean, from or starting next week, I am a high schooler. Looking at that word we just introduced, koko means high school, and kokousei means high schooler. Kara can also be used to mean because. So if I said, Ano kaban wa kirei desu kara watashi wa kaitai desu, that would mean, because that bag over there is pretty, I want to buy it. And that new word, kaban, means bag. Or if I said, Ame ga futte imasu kara watashi wa koen e ikimasen, that would mean, because it's raining, I won't go to the park. Looking at those words more closely, koen means park. Ame means rain. Furu means to fall, specifically for rain, snow, hail, things like that to fall. So, ame ga futte imasu means rain is falling, or more naturally, it is raining. Now, if we add da to the beginning of kara, we get dakara, which means because of that or for that reason. This is often used at the start of a sentence. So, for example, if I said, Watashi wa asa nebo shimashita, dakara osoku narimashita, that would mean, I overslept. Because of that, I was late. Digging into that vocabulary, asa nebo means oversleeping. Asa nebo suru means to oversleep. Now, you could write these as one word, as I usually do with suru verbs. I split them up into two words just to make them a little bit easier to read. The great thing about writing Japanese words in English is that there isn't necessarily a completely standard, agreed upon, 100% correct way to do it. Osoi means slow or late. Osokunaru means to be late, or literally to become slow or late. For another example of two sentences that use dakara, We could say, Watashi wa kinoko ga daikirai desu. Dakara, anata no lasagna o tabemasen. That would mean, I hate mushrooms, so I won't eat your lasagna. Kinoko means mushroom. Lasagna means lasagna. Kirai na means dislike. Now you'll notice kirai na is a na adjective. In Japanese, just like with want, which is a verb in English but an adjective in Japanese, similarly, dislike is a verb in English but it is an adjective in Japanese. So when you use kirai, literally what you're saying is this thing is disliked, not I dislike this thing, but this thing is disliked by me. Dai kirai na means hate. You're just taking dai, which means big, literally, and adding it to kirai to get dai kirai. Sukina means like, and once again, this is an adjective, not a verb. And daisuki na means really like or love. Our next particle is mo, which can be used to mean also. So if we said, Takashi wa eiga-kan ni ikimashita, Kawako mo ikimashita, that would mean Takashi went to the movie theater, Kawako went too. And that word, eiga-kan, means movie theater. You'll notice that's just the word eiga, meaning movie, with kan added to the end of it. Or we could say, Takashi mo Kawako mo eiga-kan ni ikimashita. That would mean both Takashi and Kawako went to the movie theater. Then we have the particle made, which can mean until or as far as. It's often used together with kara, although not every time. So if we said, Watashi wa 1時 kara 4時 made terebi o mimasu, that would mean, I will watch TV from 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock. If we said, Watashi no uchi kara toshokan made wa kuruma de 15 分 desu, that would mean, it is 15 minutes by car from my house to the library. And to give you an example of a sentence that uses made without kara, if we said, Watashi wa rainen no fuyu made nihongo o benkyou shimasu, that would mean, I will study Japanese until next winter. Looking at that vocabulary, nen means year, rainen means next year, and fuyu means winter. So, rainen no fuyu is next year's winter, or just next winter. Our next particle is dake, which can be used to mean only. So, if I said, Watashi wa anata dake o aishite imasu, that would mean, I only love you. I means love in Japanese. Aisuru means to love. This is a stronger form of the word love than daisuki. Our next particle is demo, which can be used to mean but. It has other uses as well, but we're just going to focus on this one for now. So, if we said, Watashi no neko wa ookii desu, demo watashi no inu wa chisai desu, that would mean, my cat is big, but my dog is small. Next up is mo. This can be used to mean already. If we said, Watashi wa mo ban gohan o tabemashita, that would mean I already ate dinner. Mo can also mean anymore. So if we said, Karin-san wa mo koko de sunde imasen, that would mean Karin doesn't live here anymore. We also have mada, which can be used to mean yet. If I said, Watashi wa mada kimete imasen, that would mean I have not decided yet. That new word, kimeru, means to decide or to choose. Mada can also be used to mean still. So, if I said, To-san wa mada hataraite imasu, that would mean Dad is still working. And our new word, hataraku, means to work. To-san means dad, and ka-san means mom. And that is all for this lesson. No practice today. Just go back over these, look over them until you feel comfortable with them. Ja, mata.